former 80s boy band star Nathan Moore and music industry maestro Olivier Bazardi want to pull off one of the greatest stunts in the history of pop, passing off a bunch of blokes as a band of girls.
I'm not going to have to lose anything, am I?
Now the clock is ticking because in just 2 days' time, Austin, Martin and Russ will have to play a live gig in an attempt to convince an audience of thousands that they're a girl band.
If you don't really convince the audience that you're women, we failed.
For the past 4 weeks, 3 lads have been in training for the most surreal challenge of their entire lives.
I never would have thought a month ago that I'd be doing this.
I think it's just taught me that, you know, anything's possible. I do feel like I've grown up a lot, a hell of a lot.
The boys now have a convincing song under their belts.
I am so shocked with how amazing that sounds.
And helped by a team of experts, they've turned in a credible pop video.
Well done.
They certainly had some music industry pundits fooled.
You know, she's a good-looking girl, she's got great makeup, she's really well-groomed.
Kind of, I suppose, slightly gothic Girls Aloud, maybe.
I'm sure lots of people will think they're very sexy, kind of Girls Aloud for the indie generation.
Right, okay.
However, noticeably absent from the video was keyboard player Russ Spencer.
By the time Russ had walked out on set for the promo, it was too late.
I haven't at any point during this actually looked at myself and thought I look like a girl.
Russ's entire contribution to the video boils down to just one close-up.
That's nice.
And a few legs dangling from the ceiling. There he is, look. But live on stage in just 2 days' time, there'll be nowhere to hide.
We need fresh ideas and a total rethink.
Disappointingly, Becky, the band's stylist, has been booked for another job. So step forward Susie Coulthard and John Boddy, who've worked with Beyonce, the Libertines and Alexander McQueen.
It's exciting because I've never worked with trying to change guys into natural, beautiful, fashionable women before, so it's definitely a challenge.
But have they taken on more than they could have possibly bargained for?
I'm broad and I'm tall and I'm like over 6 foot high. And I'm a bloke.
Just look stupid.
Russ is definitely a special case for us.
I look like a lesbian sort of shot putter.
That's true.
I think we're going to really pull it back and look at people like Alison Moyet, who wasn't necessarily this icon of traditional beauty, and actually looking at some pictures of her, not that dissimilar face to Russ, although that sounds quite bizarre.
They could be sisters. Or brothers.
It's more working with him quite naturally to give him a natural look rather than drag city.
If Russ's restyle wasn't enough to worry about, the lads still have to perfect their on-stage routine.
So we're here.
Fitness and movement coach Lucy Pankhurst has just 2 days to banish all signs of manliness from the 3-minute stage act. Acutely aware that it takes just one tiny slip-up to give the whole game away, Lucy's demanding the lads stay in character throughout rehearsals under their stage monikers Kennedy, Vanya and Chloe.
All right. I have actually now too far. I left you just now with the proviso that you were actually practicing the tune. I've heard every other tune but the one you're doing. I've heard every other one upstairs. No, I don't think laughing's good. I don't think laughing's good right now. I think we need to get our frocks back on, and I think we need to start rehearsing again. Because it's not going to work, is it? You're strutting about like a boy. You've got to be a woman.
A lot of people have invested their time and reputations in the lads, but the past 4 weeks have been a constant battle between Austin and, well, everyone.
Austin, honestly, sometimes I do think you don't give a shit.
What did I say about distortion? Please. It's having a chimpanzee.
Austin definitely needs to start paying more attention because he has got a very short attention span. I think that Lucy and Larry, only take so much, and then they'll be like, listen, mate, shut up and listen if you want to do this, because it will get to that point.
When he is supported and flattered enough as a woman, he gives it large, huge amounts of. Fantastic. But that's not actually the same as trying all the time. Listen to me, ladies. When I say go, you're coming out of your changing room, you're walking all the way to the stage to do your performance. Ready, steady? Whoa! Ready?
Yeah.
Oh. Chloe, are you ready?
Yes.
Off we go.
Look, it's that old devil called love again. Think Alison Moyet, Ross. Alison Moyet.
Sort it out. Listen, darling, listen to me. You've got a gig in a very, very few days.
No, it's not going to make me stop the steps.
What I would love is if you just listen and just do what I'm asking you to do instead of always arguing. Why?
I didn't argue. I said it's probably going to
What are you doing
again.
right now? Take your guitar. Just get on with it. Is what I'm asking you to do.
I'm trying. No, I'm making a fuss. I just said it fell, and you made a fuss about it. There's nothing I can do. You're married to me.
Later that night, the pressures of living and rehearsing together in the house and no contact with the outside world appear to be taking their toll on the homesick baby of the bunch.
Like, I spoke to my mum tonight and I shouted at her. I just thought, why am I being so horrible to her? I just thought half it is because I'm really genuinely depressed because I miss everyone so much.
It's the day before the final gig. Olivier's called in Lucy and music coach Larry and van der Stolk for one last dress rehearsal.
This is the day they have to do the most concentrating they've ever done. This day results in a 3-minute performance in front of 3,000 people. And if they don't get it right today, they won't get it right at the gig. If they don't get it right at the gig, they're going to be disappointed for the rest of their lives. Good morning.
Good morning.
What I need from you today is absolute concentration. You need to be focused to beyond anything you've ever done before, because this must be instinctive by the time you get on stage. And if you don't really convince the audience that you're women, we failed. Starting position, Chloe.
The pressure's really on. It's Austin's last chance to produce a flawless performance as a girl.
Don't put your shoulder into the chord at all. No shoulder, just that. Just the wrist, all from the wrist. Flick of the wrist. Remember that pick? Just thumb and forefinger. Don't want the wrist like that. Want it the other way. Okay, looking.
You gotta watch it.
Yeah. Thumb and forefinger, show me.
I'm worried about Austin. There are moments when he absolutely does what Larry's telling him to do. There are always moments. But this is 3 odd minutes in front of a large audience. There are no opportunities for him to slack off.
Now look, when you play it, just a bit more like that. Okay, as opposed to like that.
1 minute I think it's okay. He's really applying himself, and in an hour he could be back to, climbing the curtains or making us climb the curtains. I really don't know.
The big thing for you is the shoulder issue. When you're relaxed, your shoulders are here.
As soon as you put a guitar on as a bloke, you naturally stand.
Yeah.
You kind of hunch over, so I've got to remember to keep back and keep like that. And I have got it in me. I just every now and then, when you hit a chord, you kind of go, oh shit. Do you know what I mean? You forget, but I won't.
Austin is still under the illusion that he can pull his performance out of the bag on the night, just there it'll be. That might have been true as a male performer, but as a female performer, it's just not going to work.
It's hard to concentrate because I've got a lot to do, I've got a lot to think about, and it's hard to get the stance, the vocal, every piece exactly, and sometimes I forget one thing and then someone will say to me, oh, do that bit, and then I've got someone else, like I've got Lucy there saying do this or something, and I've got those, and I'm kind of like...
If he slips for a second, we're there. I mean, that's never going to look female, and it's never constant. It's not been constant once yet, and it has to be, so it's just edge of seat time.
While Austin makes his mentors sweat, Ross appears to be blossoming in a last-minute bid to find his inner woman.
I noticed Ross, Vanya, at her own fruition, had decided to start caressing the keyboard when she wasn't actually playing it.
I know.
That got a take from Lucy. How brilliant, because that to me is a sign that Ross is actually becoming Vanya when she's playing.
Today it's easier because we've just got a pair of high heels on and I'm just performing and I'm acting. I'm just acting the part. I'm not looking in the mirror, I'm not seeing myself, but I'm just getting into character as I am. So tomorrow, if I look at myself in the mirror and I think, you look rubbish, or, you know, I don't look convincing, then that maybe might knock my confidence a bit.
Martin's got plenty to practice as the band's on-stage decoy.
He's going to take the eye off Austin.